It's really an honor to be here at Laval and to sort of tap into the history that's been happening here for the last 21 years. And coming from the United States, I think that there's a little bit of a myopic US-centric view of the history of VR. A lot of people, there's a book that just came out called The History of the Future, and it sort of tells the story and history of VR through the lens as if it kind of started with Palmer Luckey and Oculus in 2011, 2012. And so it's kind of humbling to come here and to see that there's been this gathering for the last 21 years consistently, and to have the vision from the politicians from 21 years ago to invest into local community. And to me, what you've been able to create here is really quite humbling, because it's we don't have something that's the equivalent in the United States. The best that we've had has been events like the Silicon Valley Virtual Reality Conference, which is where I began the podcast in 2014. But because there's been a lack of support of understanding ecosystems, it didn't even have an event last year. So it kind of functionally is dead. And then VRLA has been sort of the equivalent for the entertainment side that has been going. And then again, similarly, a sense of burnout and not a lot of the support, the big major companies not sponsoring. So what you have here in Laval is really quite special and unique across the world. So I want to just thank Simon for having the vision and tenacity to stick with the vision of the power of VR for the last 21 years. And I just want to invite everybody to just give Simon a round of applause, and everybody that's involved with Laval Virtual. I think it's that level of community ecosystem awareness and support that I'm seeing, and I think there's actually something special about the medium of virtual reality that is going to be able to communicate these things and to honor heroes of the community that have been able to foster these types of ecosystems. And I think there's going to be all sorts of things that we have problems in our world right now that need a lot of help and fixing from what the power of the medium of virtual reality can do. And this week is the Game Developers Conference in GDC, which is like where all of the major tech press is right now. But I got invited to come speak here and to participate in this think tank. And I'm so glad that I'm here to see what is with the 350 companies and what they're working on. And just to sort of cast what everybody in this room is working on and how it's going to propagate into society, is it starts with the ideas, and then it comes into these custom bespoke enterprise applications, and then it crosses the chasm into the mainstream where everybody is using it. And then eventually it's just mass ubiquity. But you don't get to that crossing the chasm and before you can actually have a sustainable business to be able to have the application. So a big reason why I wanted to come here to Laval was to see all the ways that enterprise is using these applications, because I do think that it's the next step towards using these technologies to create the world that we all want to live in. And I think that's what makes me interested in VR, and I think in each of our hearts, that's where we want this medium to go. And we may be doing some enterprise applications that may on the surface seem pretty mundane, but I think they're actually like revolutionary. So I think everybody in this room is doing their own part for pushing forward this medium to go to where it needs to go. So I wanted to say that as well, because I think everybody has their part. But for this particular award, I think that I'll just let you go and read through the nominees. And yeah, it's an honor to be here, and I'm so glad that I made the decision to be here and to participate and to discover and have a firsthand embodied experience about what is happening here in Laval with the community that's being cultivated. So thank you.